On Breaking Views today, Glencore and Xstrata. Is that really any way to do M&A? With me is Chris Hughes. Chris, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? And I just want to say...
It's a lot of a mess.
It's a lot of a mess. It's 10:30 in the morning on Friday. We've just had some headlines through. It's confusing stuff. Those headlines are, this has been up to 3, the merger ratio 3.05, Glencore shares from 2.8. Why is it a mess?
Let's just recap on where we are. We were going into this morning, possibly looking for an announcement saying there's been a new deal, there's been an agreement, the merger ratios has been upped and agreed, or expecting everything to fail. But what we've actually had is we've had this late morning flurry of confusion, which has resulted in all of a sudden Xstrata saying, look, we've got a new proposal. There's no recommendation of the new proposal, there's no agreement.
The announcement apparently hasn't been made with the consent of Glencore.
It's just coming from the Xstrata
Glencore
side.
wanted its shares suspended, but by all accounts, we'll pull the chart up in a second, they haven't.
They're still trading. I mean, the market, I think we need a full stewards inquiry.
And Tony Blair's getting involved.
Well, potentially, yes. He might be. He may well be the force overnight which led to all this delay this morning. But I mean, this is meant to be an inevitable transaction. We've got two FTSE 100 companies advised by some of the most expensive, high quality bankers and advisors in the land, doing a deal which is buying out part of a company that is already owned by Glencore, and it ends like this. And you wonder whether what's actually happened here is that Glencore CEO Ivan Glasenberg, he's a trader. He's got a trader mentality. He's acting here like a trader.
He's going to become the CEO of the combined group.
Well, nothing's agreed yet. This is what you're talking about is the proposal that's coming from Glencore, which we're hearing appears not from the Glencore side, but from the Xstrata side. The proposal is to revise the whole thing, make it a takeover, put Ivan Glasenberg in charge, as you say, but upping the merger ratio so that Xstrata shareholders get a bit more value. Now, look, will this fly? I mean, there are obstacles here. Now, clearly, the Qataris who the main Xstrata holdouts, they wanted a merger ratio north of 3, but it was said that they might go for 3. So that maybe they'll compromise on that. But then there's a lot of noise from the Xstrata camp about the protections in place around the governance. Clearly how important it was. We saw in the retention packages for Mick Davis that Mick Davis became CEO of the combined entity. So suddenly we have a whole new governance arrangement to get our heads around, which is seems to be totally contrary to the whole philosophy of what was being sold previously. So I mean,
a mess. And your point is, and the Breaking Views point is, this is no way to do M&A.
Well, it's not just that there's no way to do M&A. It's about the whole circumstances of the birth of this deal, if it really does go ahead. I mean, what we've seen is that it's quite hard to get all the stakeholders and shareholders and management of these two entities to just see eye to eye. I mean, there appears to be a cultural dyssynergy in terms of the trading mentality of Glencore and the mining group that's Xstrata. You've got a lot of tension that's built up, a lot of hostility almost between the two sides over recent months. Now, to collapse all that and make it happy families, it's a tall order.
All right. Chris, many thanks for that. Of course, we'll be following this story throughout the day. Reuters will follow it, Breaking Views will follow it, so you can find all of that on the Reuters platforms. My thanks to Chris for more insight. Join US Breaking Views each weekday at 12:30 Eastern, 17:30 BST. I'm Axel Threlfall. This is Reuters.